Episode 1, Entering the Door. Hello, everybody. My name is Angelina Young, and this is Journey Through the Dreamscape. This is a place where we will dive into imagination, intuition, and dreams. My vision for this podcast is to occasionally bring some of you wonderful people on that would love to share your dreams with me and the listeners. I hope to help you develop the skills to decipher your dreams and apply it to waking life. Episodes where I don't bring a guest on, I will talk about different things I've learned through the week, ranging from consciousness, intuition, and the history of dreams. My goal is to raise awareness on the importance of dreams and help you build an understanding of yourself and the world around you. From a young age, I've been able to remember my dreams, but it wasn't until I was around 13 that I started to record them daily, and it wasn't until now that I felt like sharing them with the world. I have been on a spiritual and intuitive roll as of lately, and have been searching for more and more information on these subjects, while trying to find people that talked in depth about things like lucid, astral, and different levels of dreaming. I noticed the resources were still a bit limited than what I had hoped for. I found some amazing people on social media along the way that explored these aspects, but still something is missing. I felt this huge pull to learn and inform others on these things I learned, and from that sprouted this mission of creating a space for people to tune in, learn, and give feedback. I'm also happy to announce that I am currently working on a novel about my dreams. I'll give updates on my book as well as current books I'm reading that I feel you should check out. As for the layout of each episode, I will start with sharing one of my poems along with a short book review, then get into the topic of the week. Afterwards, we'll end off with an oracle card drawing and a question I would like for all of you to think about and ponder. So if you're interested and curious about my thoughts, experiences, and other people's experiences, this is the place for that. I'm excited to see where this will lead all of us, and I hope you'll join me for the ride. You can check out my website, angelinayoung.com, to read updates, poetry, look at my shop, or submit feedback. And please, if you have any questions or would like me to discuss a specific subject, I'm all ears. You can also find a tab on there to sign up for a dream interpretation privately or to be featured on this podcast. All notes and information will be in the description below. Here's to the very first episode, my lovely dreamy people. See you after the break. Hello again, my dreamy people. My current book recommendation is The Akashic Records by Ernesto Ortiz. In this book, he discusses what the Akashic Records are, the history of it, how you can access it for yourself, meditations, guidance, chakras, all of it. Whether you know what the Akashic Records are or not, I definitely recommend checking it out if it sounds interesting. But I will also go into detail about what the Akashic Records are in a future episode, so stay tuned for that. There is also a book I am currently reading that I cannot give a full review on just yet because I haven't finished it, called The World Dream Book by, I'm so sorry, I hope I do not mess up their name, Saravanada, Bluestone, that I would like to read an excerpt from the beginning of the book that really resonated with me and I think others should hear, especially with the topic we're going to discuss today. This is from page 2 and 3 of the book. We in the West, in the culture of the industrialized world, have been taught that dreams are not actually real. We have learned that they are projections of the waking mind, wish fulfillment, subconscious, unconscious, preconscious, definitely not conscious. But in this belief, we are a distinct minority. Most of humanity has seen dreams differently. In order to change our thinking, we first have to change our language a little bit. This is not about consciousness and unconsciousness, nor is it about consciousness and subconsciousness. In either case, there is a kind of implied judgment. Most of us believe that consciousness is related to the state of being awake. Similarly, we tend to see unconsciousness or subconsciousness as characterizing the dream state. Think about it. Which is more evolved? human or subhuman. The prefix sub means beneath, below, inferior, or subordinate. Or how about awareness and unawareness? The prefix un simply means not, so unconscious means not conscious. By referring to dreams as either subconscious or unconscious, we're stating that dreams are either lower than consciousness or are without consciousness at all. This is a distinctly modern and Western notion of dreams, an idea that, despite its scientific trappings, has its roots planted firmly in the Middle Ages, when the dominant view was that dreams were the work of the devil. We are taught to believe that dreams are either bad or unreal, but a belief is not necessarily truth. Beliefs are things we are taught. Truths are things we discover. Somehow we believe fervently that our eyes tell us what's real. Open your eyes is just another way of saying, look at reality. Telling someone to wake up is another way of saying, accept reality. While our language indicates a strong belief that dreams are unreal, other languages do not, reflecting that other cultures believe something different. In fact, some people hold that the waking state is illusion and the dream state reflects reality. Imagine that. Okay, so I will let you guys think about that, and I will leave the book titles and information down below if you're curious and would like to check them out. And now, right before we get into the topic of today, I have a short poem to share with you all. I've been shaken, not stirred, full, not empty, student, not teacher. Teachers are students of something, falling into books, not patterns of delay, reflecting, not stagnant. There's a world out there full of everything, reaching, not waiting. My time is precious, and so is yours. You may not like the cup, but the words spoken have potential to resonate. Do then be. It's not the other way around. Happiness is first found within thyself, not fractions of others. How many thoughts are yours? How many of your choices were influenced by others? Intention is the light guiding the outcome. When was the last time you sat in silence to talk to yourself? An end is a new beginning. You may be lost, but there is always time to be found. All right. So, for today's episode, we will dive into what dreams are and focus on the different levels and types of dreams you could have. Dreams are, by definition, a collection of images, emotions, feelings, sounds, and thoughts while sleeping. Some consider them just stories our minds create, and others believe they are far more meaningful than that. They usually occur during REM sleep, which is the rapid eye movement stage, but they can also happen at any stage of the sleep cycle. Neuroscientists have studied how the brain works during REM sleep and discovered that the patterns of brain activity could be connected to certain aspects of dreams. Strange things that happen in regular dreams are similar to problems people face after brain injuries like mistaking faces or places. Dreams are a way for our subconscious mind to communicate with our conscious mind about things and obstacles we are encountering in our everyday lives. Everyone dreams, even blind people. Their dreams just use other sensory components compared to sighted people. The average dreamer is thought to dream 3 to 6 times a night, with each dream lasting between 5 and 20 minutes each. Majority of dreams aren't remembered by the time most people wake up in the morning, and remembering dreams is looked at as a way to develop long-term memories. The dreams we have could range from being sweet to absurd, making us question why on earth did we dream that? And they can also make little to no sense when we graze just the surface. But as we look deeper into them, things start to make more sense. Since the beginning of time, people from all walks of the earth have wondered, what does my dream mean? And it's amazing to see and look into how different cultures view dreams. From our ancient ancestors to modern times, dreams have been and are extraordinary pieces and reflections of the self. Ancient civilizations used to practice dream incubation, which was the process of asking a god, spirit, entity, or the universe for advice or guidance on a particular situation, event, or question. This usually included a ritual of some sort, along with sleeping with the intention in mind. Some cultures had a specific person like an oracle, shaman, or prophet within the group who was appointed to receive these messages, or guide the person with the question to obtain it. It's incredibly interesting to see how Mesopotamian, Hebrew, Egyptian, Greek, Roman, and many others viewed this other reality. Egyptians saw dreams existing between reality and the other side. It was a place where people could go to communicate with spirits and or other powerful creatures. Native American cultures see it as a sacred place, each tribe having their own way of reaching and evaluating the information captured to then applying it to waking life. Aboriginal Australian cultures saw dreaming as a continuation of reality. It was where one could commune with ancestors or learn valuable information about our existence. Either way, dreams are real. They are so important. They are you and the world around you. Dreaming is the window and door into the unknown, full of rich symbolism and knowledge about ourselves and the world around us. They are complex. I personally do not believe dreams are random or meaningless. Whatever your belief is about them, one thing that is true is that dreams are mysterious and have captured the attention of scientists, psychologists, and spiritualists all around the world. People like Carl Jung, Freud, and Salvador Dali were very invested in using the concept of dreams within their work. Now I'd like to get into the different types of dreams that you could have. There are regular dreams, which is where we involuntarily go through a dreamscape. Similar to a movie, we are not consciously aware we are in a dream. Things just kind of happen. Next, and closely related to that, is reoccurring dreams, which are dreams we have repeatedly. This could be for years, months, so on. Then there is nightmares. This is where our experience can get more terrifying. These dreams contain stress, fear, trauma, emotional difficulties, and etc. It could be from things we are dealing with internally or externally, and can also be caused by certain drugs or medications. Memory dreams, or dreamland, are dreams where we feel like we relived a day in the past, where our thoughts and minds are still stuck on something that has already happened, and it can be very on point or exact. Moving on to some of my favorite types of dreams, there is lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is where you are consciously aware you are within a dream. It could range from just knowing you are in a dream to being able to control what happens within it. Some people fall into lucidity randomly, while others can pick when they want to experience this. Vivid dreams are where you could have all of your senses within a dream. Your surroundings are very detailed, as if awake. You could possibly taste, touch, smell, just like in waking life. Astral dreams or astral travel, which is also known as an out-of-body experience, is considered to be when your soul leaves your body. This is where you are consciously aware and can control yourself, but it differs from a lucid dream in the fact that you cannot control what happens within the environment or those around you. It could be current within a past life or a different realm. There is a lot to discuss about this phenomenon that I will go into in a future episode. Moving on, there is prophetic or psychic dreams. These can be specific, accurate, and spot on, or take a more symbolic form in predicting what is yet to happen. Stemming from this are spiritual warnings, which notify you about obstacles or choices you'll encounter in the near future, which are meant to give guidance. Something that ties into dreams that needs to be discussed in more detail is sleep paralysis, which is when your body becomes immobilized while falling asleep. This is when the body falls asleep but the mind is still awake. It can be a terrifying experience and end up leading you to lucidity in dreams, as well as problems in relation to falling asleep. Now that we got some of the types of dreaming out of the way, there are far more types, and subtypes by the way, especially when we get into specifics, which is another talk for another time. I want to talk about the different levels you can experience. I dream every night, even while napping. I have been able to recall my dreams since before I could even talk. And from doing this, I've noticed the different feelings of consciousness within my dreams. I look at it like a flowing river, rippling in and out of consciousness. Waves crash and come. It's like taking an elevator to each floor. Maybe you get kicked down a level or sent up a level. There comes a point where you start to notice how each level looks, the feelings and sensitivities in relation to each floor. You might even begin to control which level you want to be on before falling asleep. While having a vivid dream, you may also be lucid. The cotton candy you eat may taste sweet like bubblegum, as if eating it in waking life. Or it may not taste like anything. It may be like watching someone else eat it in a movie or on the street. We flow in and out of consciousness. And I think when addressing the interpretation of dreams, it is extremely, extremely important to note the feelings within them, the levels of consciousness, the senses available and used if even present, and the colors within the dreams. Forgetting dreams is sadly very common. I believe it is when we make the conscious choice along with intention to remember them that we see progress in recalling. It is said that in the first 5 minutes after waking up, most people forget around 50% of their dreams, and it increases throughout the day. My recommendation, if you're interested in remembering your dreams, is to keep a dream journal. Dedicate a place to collect your dreams. Trust me, it works. Even if it's just fragments of a dream. Even if it's just one word that you remember, write it. Even if it's just, it was happy. It was a happy dream. And that's it. That's all you remember. Maybe it was just house. You just remember house. I'm so serious. Making the conscious decision to remember awakens the dreams from within. These are the first steps. If your journal isn't around, use your phone, a sticky note. I know you have something. Just keep a tab of it somewhere. Sometimes writing a couple words you remember allows the rest to flood back into your mind. You'd be super surprised. Little by little, you'll develop a relationship with another world within yourself. There is so much to talk about on the subject of dreams, and I cannot wait to explore them and other topics in the future along with you. This wraps up today's topic. Join me after the break for an oracle card reading along with the question of the week. Until next time, this was Angelina Young on Journey Through the Dreamscape. So, as I said earlier, I'm going to pull an oracle card for the week during each episode. I'm currently using a deck called the Starseed Oracle. The card of the week is... Stay tuned. Okay, so the card is Perspective. It says, none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. I'm going to look in the book for a little bit more information on it because this card deck is very new. Here we go. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. Oh boy, I feel like so many people need to hear this. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. So, on that note of the card of the week, I feel like that was very necessary, applies very well. I think that all of you should take that in and think of it. So, my question of the week that I would like for all of you to think about is, what is your perspective of the world we live in today? And what could you do to brighten your perspective just a little bit? All right, to end off this week's episode, I would just like to reiterate that my intention for this podcast is to awaken the dreamer within you and hopefully teach you the importance of evaluating the meanings of your dreams so that you can apply it to your waking life. Thank you very so much for listening, and I cannot wait for future episodes to come. To hear more, please follow and subscribe to my channel. To stay updated in between episodes or to contact me for episode ideas and feedback, please go to my website, angelinayoung.com, or follow my Instagram, which will be down below. I'm always excited and open to hear how and what you've dreamed of, so please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you, my beautiful dreamers. This was Angelina Young on Journey Through the Dreamscape. Tune in next week for episode 2.